Hi, my name is Yusun, graduate teaching assistant in this class. Since I was asked to present something for language and diversity issue by Dr. White, I was thinking if I interview my students who is taking Korean 104 this summer, it will be fun. So I prepared 5 questions and interviewed them. And also I'm going to add my thoughts to their responses. The students I have interviewed are college students, so their responses are a little different in applying to K-12 school settings. However, there are common factors which could be influence everybody's language learning. They will say their name in Korean first, and then they will answer the questions in English.
파우스백은입니다. 미국 사람이에요. And for teachers who are going to teach Korean, I think it's important to know that for people with no experience in learning any language really, and especially a Asian language, that it is it's new, so it's difficult. So to go slower when you can, but also gives the students who need extra help the help they need.
Right.
And definitely the hardest part of Korean for me is the listening. And I think especially in basic class, that Korean teachers have to use English in class because
Your first language, right?
First language. So, I mean, once you progress, I think you can start using just more and more Korean as you go along, and use as much as possible, but still don't use so much that students can't understand.
Right. Thank you so much. 이름이 어떻게 되세요?
Alyssa Tims이에요.
학생이세요? 학생?
I am a junior
Good.
in school. So no, I've never taken another foreign language. Learn how to, because listening is definitely the hardest part, because they speak fast. Like native speakers can speak very fast, and just getting used to hearing them. So yeah, listening is definitely the hardest structure to learn for me. Never taken a language, and Korean is so completely different from English. So just the sentence structure, it takes time to process in my brain, so listening to it, it takes a long time. I think definitely, I've been in Korean for a month now, studying Korean for a month now, and I couldn't imagine if a teacher spoke just Korean. It would have gotten nowhere. So I think the beginning levels, you definitely have to speak English in the classroom. And as
루아나예요. 저는 대학생이에요. 2학년이에요.
Okay.
Yes, I have taken other foreign languages courses. In high school, I took Spanish. Last year, I took Chinese, and now I'm taking Korean.
Mm-hmm. The learning Chinese helped you to learn Korean a lot?
I think it did. Even though the structure is different, I think it helps. Just having the flexibility, and thinking about the words, the structures. So it doesn't have to be this one way. There are many ways, and also I think the vowel sounds are similar, so it helps my pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing about the customs and cultures is important. And then also I would make more Korean friends so that it'd be less stressful to study there, and I could go out with them and they could help me if I needed help. In the beginning, you should use English, say the Korean and then say the English you and Kim 선생님 did. Then use more and more Korean as we learn more and have more developed skills.
French as well. Japanese really helped with Korean because grammar is similar in a lot of aspects. Particles are similar. So for our teachers teaching a course in Korea for non-Korean speakers, probably I recommend is going like speaking, enunciating, because a lot of, to non-Korean speakers, a lot of the sounds, consonants sound similar, and a lot of the vowels do. Also repeating things, that's gonna like, when someone's not gonna get, so who doesn't, says it's not their first language, can hear a couple of times. And then just patience. That's pretty much it for that. Comparing the structure of English to like learning the Korean, the hardest part's probably listening. Someone who's a native speaker, you know, can speak it fluidly, and it's very hard to understand sometimes because we can't distinguish maybe certain like sounds. Sometimes mo sounds like bo, like it has like a B sound to me, so I don't always have to hear it a couple of times before I can finally get what it says. So listening is definitely the hardest part, and then I'd say speaking, because when you want to form an idea, you form an idea in your head in your native language, and then you have to translate it and then put it into the target language, and it's time-consuming. And
My goal for creating this presentation was to give you a realistic approach regarding the language and diversity issue. The students I have interviewed gave me a very soulful and helpful insights. Hopefully you also enjoyed and learned from this video. Thank you for watching.